Hi, I'm Weiyi Wang. We all know that Netflix's unique culture has created its current prosperity. But today, I hope to explore Netflix's challenge behind its success from a different perspective. Back in 2001, Netflix was hanging by a thread. The company was drawing down in financial trouble, running out of cash, and with marketing competition, it seems like there's no way out. At this critical moment, founder Reed Hastings and Netflix former chief talent officer Patty McWard made a bold decision. They realized that the only way to save Netflix was to change the culture and change the team. So they come up with two bold managed strategies, the keeper test and no rule rules. This game-changing idea became the key to Netflix's comeback and ultimate success. First, let's talk about the keeper test. Reed and Patty come up with the simple but powerful idea. Every manager has to ask themselves one question. If this employee were to leave, will I fight hard to keep them? If the answer was no, then the employee might not be the right one fit for the team.
It was after we did this 1/3 layoff, it was 120 people to 80. We had expected to basically grind to a halt and really not be able to make any improvements because it would take 80 people just to keep the lights on. But in fact, we got more done with only 80 people. And we tried to figure out why, and we realized now there was no dummy proofing necessary. And so it was just everybody was going fast and everything was right. And so we realized with the right density of talent, there's very little process needed. And that was the joyful thing. But talent density matters so much. So then we figured, no, let's not do a layoff every year like that. Let's just do continued focus. And the big evolution we came to is for managers, they have to each year testify for each of their people that if that person were trying to quit, they would try to change their mind. And so it's up to the manager to decide, yes, I would want to change their mind, but sometimes you find that you have people working for you, and if they quit, you'd be like, oh, that's pretty good. And that's the case we wanted to proactively, not wait for them to quit, but proactively give them a generous severance package.
As Reed said, through this approach, Netflix cut nearly a third of its workforce during its toughest time, keeping only the core talent that the company truly needed. The goal was to boost the team's talent density, ensuring that every remaining employee could maximize their contribution and value. Although the keeper test and the concept of talent density undeniably helped Netflix boost the overall efficiency, the harshness of this policy is equally undeniable. Even Patty, one of the original architects of this strategy, couldn't escape being filled out by the very standard that she helped create. This wasn't just Netflix's ultimate pursuit of excellence. It sent a powerful message. At Netflix, no one is exempt from the risk of being let go. Everyone must always be prepared to face the risk of being eliminated. Next, let's talk about no rule rules. If the keeper test was about making the team leaner and sharper, then no rule was all about empowering employees to achieve maximum innovation in an environment of ultimate freedom. The key of this strategy is breaking away from traditional rules and restrictions. For example, there's no set vacation policy. Employees can take time off whenever they need it, giving full trust in their employees, so employees are allowed to decide their own budget without going through lawyers of approval. This high-freedom culture gives Netflix employees a greater sense of responsibility and unleash their creativity. We can say no rule play a critical role in transforming Netflix from a DVD rental company into the leader of the streaming industry. But this extremely freedom-driven culture may not work equally well in all cultural contexts. For example, in European markets like France, it faces significant challenge. Why is that? Because in French, labor law requires companies to provide and track at least 5 weeks of paid vacation for employees. Without clean record, this policy could be seen as no complaint or even illegal. But it's not just about the law. Culturally, European employees often prefer clean structure and well-defined rules in workplace policy. For instance, French employees may feel uneasy without a clear vacation framework. The uncertainty can lead to a decline in trust toward the company and even dissatisfaction. So, although the Keeper test and No Rule have brought huge success to Netflix, they has also explained certain limitations in today's social and economic environment. For example, Patty Maker's leaving undoubtedly raised questions about employees' sense of job security. In an increasing diverse global labor market, this excellent-only mechanism may not always be suitable. Even Aaron Meyer and Rick Hastings acknowledge in their book No Rule that Netflix's high-performance culture may not be suitable for everyone, especially those seeking stability and security. Take the Indian market as an example. The deeply rooted hierarchical culture makes employees prefer a more structured work environment. Netflix's no rule might leave them feeling unsupported and lack direction, ultimately impact their loyalty. My recommendation is that Netflix explain globally. It should enhance the Keeper test by introducing multi-dimensional evaluation criteria, such as long-term potential and cultural contribution. For no rules, Netflix could implement more localized adjustment, particularly fit in their local law and cultural characteristic. As in a world, at Netflix, freedom and responsibility are the cornerstone of success, but unlocking adaptability could inspire greater loyalty.